the day that they found that tumor. We didn't know it right then, but life as we knew it was about to change. I'm Kevin Walsh.
I'm Rebecca Walsh. Our son is Kieran Walsh. He's 4 years old. Oh.
Exuberant is the first one that comes to mind.
Energetic and sweet and very loving, very affectionate. I'm gonna cry. Is it okay if I cry?
Thanksgiving night, I was cleaning up from dinner and I was tickling Kieran and I felt something on his right side. Felt a bump.
Black Friday, our youngest had her second flu shot, and I just happened to mention to the pediatrician, took a look at him and said, you need to get an ultrasound right this second. And he had a cantaloupe-sized tumor on his right kidney. Wilm's tumor is a tumor of the kidney. It's actually one of the most researched pediatric kidney tumors. Kieran had a right radical nephrectomy, which means he had his kidney removed. We had 19 weeks of chemo following that. We went for his 6-month follow-up scans, and he showed metastasis to his right lung. And that basically started our journey all over again. He had a wedge resection of his right middle lobe, and we started 27 weeks of chemo after that.
The feeling that your child has cancer is, so you can't really put that into words. It's a pretty tough pill to swallow. The biggest thing he focuses on is his port in his chest, that he's got to go get medicine and his ouchie. He calls it his ouchie.
Yeah, you know, and the fact that he's had this since he was 2, he probably doesn't know what it's like to feel good. And some days I don't know whether that's a curse or a blessing.
Kieran doesn't understand that the chemo's helping. One nurse, Megan, at CHOP, she had to access his port, put a needle into the port so he can get the medicine. And he started screaming. He was like, Megan, please don't hurt me. Why are you hurting me? I love you. And he couldn't understand why somebody that he loved would try to hurt him through the port. But it's the toughest thing for me to swallow is that I can't fix it. You know, my wife and I are both in the medical field, and there's nothing you can do. You can pray, which is something that we do on a regular basis, but there's nothing really you can fix.
Mr. Kieran, what is your favorite thing about Mom?
Oh, I love you, buddy.
Hugs.
What makes you the happiest?
Gummies.
Makes you happiest?
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you like that makes you really happy?
Fidgets.
Fidget spinners?
Yes.
Do you have an ouchie?
Yep.
Wow. Does it have a Band-Aid on it?
I went to CHOP today.
And what did you do there?
I made a craft.
And were you getting some medicine when you made your craft?
Yeah.
And what was that like? How do they do that? Like put it in through your nose?
No, fluid tube. That goes into my bump.
Very good. And does it take a long time or is it fast?
It's just really fast.
And so after that's all done, do you feel awesome or do you feel tired?
I feel good.
Good. That's
It
really
was a short day today and I didn't even take a rest. We skip naps. We stay up until naps.
What is your favorite thing about Maya?
She gives me hugs.
You can do this, you can fight, and I wish you would get better. And as long as I'm beside him, he can do this.
And you have another sister.
Her name is Wilm.
Who did I forget to ask you about?
Seamus.
And what can you tell me about him?
He plays Hot Wheels with me.
My name is Seamus and I'm 6 years old. I stick up for him. He likes to eat gummy worms and share with me.
Who's your buddy? Who was your chemo buddy? Who's still your chemo buddy? Who's really special?
Olivia.
And who's Olivia?
She's my girlfriend.
She is, right?
Wait, what? What happened to your hair? Somebody
Cue ball kid kicking kids' butt.
You are a cue ball kid kicking kids' butt. That's a good answer.
A lot of it's a balancing act, believe it or not, as you're trying to work with Kieran and get him to his appointments, trying to keep a normal home life, as normal as you can.
When we're there from 8 in the morning until 5:30 at night, it's expensive for meals and food and gas, parking. We didn't have the vacation time built up, so when you lose time from work, you don't get paid. Carrie Smith, I worked with Carrie at Dairy Queen when we were 15 and 16 years old. And her husband, Joe, was a very active member in Team CMMD. Carrie put together a meal train and sent out a sign-up genius and wonderful things while we were back and forth to downtown CHOP and while we were there having surgery. And Joe and Carrie, around Christmas time, came to us and delivered a beautiful tree with some wonderful things attached to it to help us out because it was right before Christmas. They've been a wonderful, wonderful financial support, a wonderful moral support. They provided meals when we needed meals. They provided miles when we needed miles. They provided inspiration. They've come to events for Kieran and supported us that way. People wanting to do a dedication run for Kieran.
The reason that hope emanates with me for Team CMMD is as soon as we start to hit a lull somewhere, we're getting a phone call from Amy DeLuey, wants to stop over. You know, it's not just the organization, but the people and the friendships that we've grown through the organization. When there's a group of people out there like that, it fills that little void in your heart that was created by the cancer diagnosis. That's for me.
And not only does it raise awareness of what local families are going through, you know, it shows people that this is real and that it affects everyone that you know. Everyone has been touched by cancer in one way or another.
We have hope in everybody. But I have hope in Kieran most of all. And I know he can do this.